What's good, YouTube? This is BP Capital. And before we start today's video, like and subscribe so that we can grow this channel and start sharing the love and the knowledge. But y'all, today's video is a very special video, and it's about how trading allowed me to move out my parents' house. And this is actually a video I've been meaning to do for a while, almost like a few weeks now. Kind of had it planned before I even moved out, to be honest. But it's important because I'm starting a whole new life, guys. It's not, I'm not the same person, or I'm not going to be the same person I was just a few months ago living at my parents' house. There's going to be new growth, new ways of thinking, new ways of adapting, right? And you know, when I say trading allowed me to move out the house, it's kind of in the traditional sense, right? Because it's not like I'm making like thousands of dollars in every week and it's allowed me to move out my parents' house, right? And I'm just like living my best life. When I say it, it's more my frame of thinking actually changed when I moved out the house, and it was all because I was a trader and I wanted to figure out how can I be successful trading. So that's why I say it's all backwards, right? So typically what traders' advice is, you know, make sure that you can pay your finances, your bills, you're living comfortably so that you can trade comfortably and able to trade consistently, right? But the way I think and the way I've noticed other businesses are, there are people who, you know, decide to put their back against the wall really and really get uncomfortable. And that's when they operate their best. That's when they operate efficiently. That's when they start working the way they're supposed to work, thinking the way they're supposed to think, right? And I've been trading for a while, and I mean a while. And when I was living in my parents' house, I wasn't seeing, even though I understood what I was doing, I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted to see, and it just didn't make sense to me. So what I ended up doing was, you know, I said, you know, I need to get uncomfortable. I think I'm too comfortable at my parents' house. I need to start putting more bills on my plate. I need to start working like a workhorse, even harder than I already am working, because I was already working hard, and start operating and thinking the way I'm supposed to. So when I made a decision 5 months ago that, hey, I'm gonna leave my parents' house, literally my frame of thinking, the way my brain was wired just switched. I instantly started seeing myself understanding the markets, flowing with the markets better. I started seeing my psychology keep in check, which was the most important part, not even really the technique. It all came back to my mindset and my psychology and how I was actually operating. I started seeing things differently. I started operating differently. I started seeing myself work 10 times harder. And I was like, damn, like all it took was for me to make a decision to leave my parents' house. Now keep in mind, this is for 5 months. I'm seeing myself grow and work better than ever. And then finally I moved out and it happened. And now, you know, trading helps me pay for a little bit of my bills. Like I'm not like living too uncomfortably, paying bills paycheck to paycheck. Like now it helps me cover like a little bit. I'm hoping soon there's gonna be like the full rent and I don't even gotta worry about it. But it unlocked a different side of me by doing that. And that's why I said like trading helped me move out my house, because my job itself wasn't going to pay the bills. Even my engineering job wasn't going to help me just move out my house solely. And but I was saving money at home. I wasn't spending as much money on, you know, rent and all that stuff. I didn't have bills to pay. Like, but I would get lackadaisical sometimes. The only thing I would really work hard in trading, I want to find other ways of making money. And trading, if trading wasn't in my life, I probably would have still been at my parents' house and not making enough to move out. But because trading was in my life and I knew I wanted to make it work, it forced me to make a harsh decision and actually start figuring out how to make it work. And now I got extra income on top of the extra income, you know? And it's just crazy, y'all. I've really been busy the past couple of weeks, just really locked in, trying to figure out how to do things. I got my content page going with my brother. I'm obviously doing this YouTube channel now. You know, I still got to keep up my training, maintain, journal, do all the things I'm supposed to in order to be a profitable trader. And then just trying to, you know, keep my mindset right, you know, reading, growing in that aspect, trying to figure out other businesses. Like right now, I'm not gonna actively get into another business, but figure out what businesses can I attack once I go full time, because I'm not going to rely on this income full time. That's one of the things I'm trying to let y'all know. Like, this isn't gonna be just strictly trading. Like, I plan on doing more things with this trading stuff, and it's just not solely to rely on. So like I said, like, yeah, it helped me move out my house, and it's gonna help me do more in the future, but it's not solely going to be. That's why I'm actively doing other things outside of here, and that's why I'm really pushing my back against the wall right now. Like, I need to be in that state of mind where I'm trying to be great. I'm trying to build something massive, not just something little. You know, I want to be able to do things. I can't be unproductive, and that's how I was feeling at home. Like, I had, you know, I would complain about not making like enough money and all that stuff, kind of being a victim to my situation and saying like, I can't move out the house, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. And I had the option to do things like Uber Eats and Instacart, but then I would be lazy enough to do it, and I would just try to rely on trading, and I was really going nowhere with that. Money wasn't coming in. If it wasn't really like I was losing money, but I'd be basically break even, and I was just making excuses, you know? So when my mindset shift to forcing myself to be here, I'm making sure that I'm following a schedule where I go and do Uber Eats or Instacart, or that you know, I'm withdrawing some profits from the market and actually being consistent with the markets, because that's the only way I'm going to make money. If my mind is consistent, right? If my mind is consistent and I'm being disciplined, I'm being patient, that's the only way I make money in the market. So I'm doing that, and then adding that to my income and doing that. And once trading, you know, gets to a certain, you know, level of income, then I can scratch out Instacart and Uber Eats and start filling that in with something else that's more valuable. Maybe figure out how I can enhance my YouTube content, really make this a great channel for y'all, something even bigger than what this is right now, something a lot more interesting and intuitive and more knowledgeable. Like, how can it add on to this? You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all, I mean, I'm not really gonna give y'all a house tour, to be honest. I'm not, to be quite frank, I'm not gonna do that. But just know, you know, I am here. It's not not anything crazy too. It's not like I have like something impressive to show y'all. That's why I don't want to show y'all. It's not like I'm living in a penthouse in Miami or some luxury apartment in Miami or even in Boston. No, like I'm in a basic apartment, so I don't really feel a need to show y'all. It's like me showing y'all the house I grew up in. I don't see much value added to it. It might be a motivation for y'all to know that, you know, I'm able to move out and still be profitable and thought differently. But one thing I want y'all to know too, because I kind of sidetrack real quick, but one thing I want y'all to know is, don't think that just putting your back against the wall is going to be the best method for you to become a profitable trader. It just works for me. It just worked for me, to be honest. I do not really recommend that for anyone. If you want to go do it yourself, knock yourself out. But that was my choice and my way of thinking, because I'm used to it. I've already been in a comfortable situation and seen myself operate differently. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna operate with it with trading and see how I operate. And as soon as I did it, my mind wired differently. But not all people can handle it. The same way not everyone can handle trading in general, not everyone can handle getting uncomfortable while trading. It takes literally a different framework, a different mindset of thinking. You have to have the work ethic within you to make things happen, to be able to start moving, to be able to start doing things with, you know, with your trading. So I really don't recommend that to anyone. But yeah, y'all, I'm here. I'm living. Past few weeks has been pretty good. Still trying to get adjusted, try to figure things out, figure where certain furniture is going, figure out what else I need for my room, figure out what I can really do to spice up this room to, you know, really bring up the vibe of BP Capital, you know. But yeah, y'all. But I got nothing else for y'all today, though. But before this video ends, like and subscribe and hit that share button so other people can see this page, get help to the page, you know, start following me and start really getting, you know, getting into Forex, you know what I'm saying? I want people to see this industry. I want them to see it. I feel like it can change lives. So if y'all can do that for me, that would be great. But peace, y'all.